Hello, my name is Dylan Chapman, and today I'm going to be showing the second look at my Skyrim island that I'm working on. So the island got a lot darker because I had to learn how to do, and I've learned how to do textures for terrain and the different kinds that they have. Um, Turns out in Skyrim they don't really have a beach texture because there's not really any sand beaches. They have black sand, but they don't have regular sand, so looks like I'm going with black sand. Uh, so, but like then I have all this. You can't really see it, but if I turn on the grass, all this bottom ocean, like the ocean floor textures, have grass in it. I turn them off because I don't need it right away, and because it'll just take processing power. Um, Currently, I have two boats sitting here. I'm waiting to find out because I'm trying to look it up and find out what the difference is between these two boats. One of them is called Ship Longboat 01, and the other one is called Ship Longboat Anim 01. I'm assuming this means animated, but I haven't seen a difference between either of them, so I don't actually know. I've asked some people, and I'm waiting to hear back from them on what it actually is. I worked on a dock. I'll show more about that later, but if I go back to click on the door, I'll put rocks in. There's some weird lighting issues back here where, like, if I turn off the actual light, oh look, it looks fine. I don't actually know what's wrong with that. I'm gonna look more into that later on, but currently it was just me trying to figure out to getting all these rocks put in because I wanted to give it like a rocky back shore or whatever. And yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way it's sort of coming together. It looks really good, in my personal opinion. I also added it, sort of giving it like this rocky bottom coast and whatever. I'm gonna do more of that over here. It's just I was running into issues as I was doing it. I also put in a little ruin. That's probably gonna get taken out. That was just mainly for me screwing around and testing around with it. I've ran into a lot of issues putting these in and stuff because a lot of these don't have backs to them, so you have to fix your terrain to line up so that it actually blocks off the back so that you don't have empty geometry that players can walk into. It's taken me a lot longer than I expected to just even do this amount. I haven't been able to work on this as much as I wanted to, especially because Game Jam started, but I want to get more done in times coming, also because I've been working on SIP a lot. That's another hindrance. But I'm really happy with the way this is starting to look, and I'm excited to see where I can go with it and what else I can find to use. I'm starting to like the black sand. Like, yeah, it doesn't look like much like that, but in here it looks fine. I'm gonna start trying to set up the fast travel point so that I can fast travel to the island from the engine. Like, I'm not from the engine, from the game. So like I can get it so that when you can go to a specific spot in Skyrim and open a door or boat or whatever. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do on the island yet, but then probably something with a boat so that then you spawn over here and then you can go and explore the island so I can actually run around onto it, because after I finish putting in all the rocky coasts and all the rocks and everything, it's gonna then start getting into me building trees and then figuring out how it actually looks to the player. But yeah, I'm getting really, the rocks I'm really excited with. And like these aren't like this one, you can see is like one big one, but like some of these are like small little things that it's like, that one I'm not gonna move, that one's massive. They're like small little things. Oops. But yeah, it's turning out really cool. I'm really liking it. It'll be exciting to see. I wanted to. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about this. This thing has like this little cave on the inside of it. I was planning on putting like a hidden chest back here for the player to find, that maybe has a note that gives them some lore, some extra lore on what's going on with the island. And then I learned how to build a dock. Turns out docks are assholes, It's not just, these aren't just two, there's 6 pieces right here. Like, yeah, this thing is its own big piece, but this one isn't because the ropes aren't connected to it. So you have to do that, and then each of these 2 things are their own little, like, pegs that you have to move. But the center of them isn't actually on them. For some reason, it's right here. So, like, if you try rotating it, it rotates around that center point, and I don't know how to move it. So that's fun. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe look into not using one of these giant boats anyways and just doing a smaller one so I can just have it sitting right here next to the dock. Either that or I'm gonna have to change the dock so that it can get to these boats. Probably just gonna go with the smaller ones because it'll be easier, and just because having a really big boat in the coast might make the player want to explore it, but I don't really care for that. So but yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited to be able to get more done, and updates will come. It'll look good. So thank you, and have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever time. 3 a.m. I could totally see it being 3 a.m. for somebody that's finding this. Now I'm going to put a guess that somebody out there is watching this at like 3:26 a.m. having a bowl of cereal or something. I don't know. But yeah, signing out. Peace.